Good morning, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to Coffee Shop Chicks.
And we are down here in Northeast at the Chesapeake Bay Coffee Company. We anticipate and look forward to seeing you guys come up on the screen, so make sure to say hello. It's Marianne and Jerry, like Jerry said, and it's Coffee Shop Chicks. So
Good morning.
Good morning. Today, we're waiting to be rained on. We're not quite sure. The air is very, very heavy today. Jerry's hair is going to get so curly.
Get bigger and bigger.
It's going to hit me in the head, and I'm going to be out of this screen, and all you're going to see is Jerry's hair. That's going to be a lot of fun, actually. Today's topic we came up with because, actually, it was me who asked if we could talk about this. I have recently noticed that I have gotten sloppy in some of my daily routines, and I know that it has caused me to be a little bit more inefficient in my, spending my time and how I'm getting things done. So, does that ever happen to you, Jer?
Absolutely. All the time.
All the time.
All the time.
I don't know. Who do you think's more organized?
Oh, I don't know. Depends on the week.
I think it depends on the area. Yeah.
Yes. It depends on the area of.
I think Jerry's a very organized person when it comes to what has to be done, and I'm a very organized person when it comes to material things. Does that make a little more sense? Yeah. So that's why we have to stay together, or, we
Compliment each
fall apart.
other.
We don't get anything done because we both miss half of everything. Alrighty. Anyway.
So how do you organize your mess?
How do you organize your mess?
Of a space, of a mind, of a business.
It's the truth, because if you're not organized, it costs you. It costs you in your relationships. It will cost you in your finances if you're not organized, and it will cost you in your health.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Alrighty. So what's some things you could do?
Well, I know for myself, if I set a schedule, on paper. I'm old-fashioned. I like paper, so if I set my schedule on paper, that tends to help to keep me on track. And when I say, to set a schedule, I write out things at night, what I need to do the next day. And then the next morning, I look at my list and make sure that I start to get things done.
Correct. And one thing that I know has been very helpful to me, like as Jerry says, when you look at your to-do list in the morning, is tackle the things, there's two ways you could do this. Either tackle the thing that you don't want to do first. And why is that?
Because you'll procrastinate and you'll never do it.
And not only will you never do that thing, you will never do anything else. Because procrastination is avoiding pain. And when you have something you don't want to do, in order to avoid doing it, you find all these silly things to do to keep from getting it done. And those things are usually not even the other things on your to-do list.
Right.
So tackle the thing you don't want to do first, or if it's business oriented or something that has to do with getting, things done, I guess, tackle the things that are most important first. Even if you set aside 3 things for that day that are the most important, if you get those done right away, then the rest of the day is really a good day.
Right.
Right?
Right.
How about, what else? What else do we got?
Well, in organization, on tackling things to get done, I know I work better when my space is clean.
Oh God, yes. Organize your workspace. That is huge. The time waster, and it's not just your workspace, but your house or your living quarters. If you spend more of your time looking for something, I think there's even been studies done on this, and we'll use your keys as an example.
Right.
So, say you come in the house and you never have a set spot to put your car keys. And then you have to leave and you can't find your car keys. Now, how bad does that make the rest of your time go? Because not only are you going to be late where you're going, you're frustrated because you're leaving the house, you're tearing everything up, and you're in a bad mood then as you're on your way somewhere. And we all know by the law of attraction, when you're flying down the road because you're in a ticky mood because you couldn't find your keys and you couldn't get where you need to go,
red light.
You're going to hit every red light. That's
every slow truck, every...
And everything's just going to go in that direction. So, just using your keys as an example, if you have a set spot to sit your keys, like our house, when you walk in the door from the garage, we all sit our keys right on this little counter that's right there in the
I even
kitchen.
put my keys there when I come over.
Yes! Oh my God, you know the counter?
I know the counter.
Because not only are my keys there so I know where they are, and when I'm leaving the house, I could just scoop them right up. If we have to rearrange cars in the garage, in the driveway, anything. Everybody's keys are right there, so we don't have to go running up and down the stairs and everywhere asking people who are in our house where their keys are. They're right there. So that's just the keys, but it's with everything. It's your mail. Organize your mail. When it comes in, if you leave your mail sitting and piling up, things get put off, things get forgotten, bills don't get paid, things get lost. Organize it immediately. Throw out what needs to be thrown out, keep what needs to be done, and do it right away if you can, or put it in some kind of folder where this needs to be done immediately, as in like within the next day, this needs to be done over the next week, and this can wait, and you can go back and look at that another time, and re-look at those folders every week. Yep. So your workspace and your home space, that's right. Yes.
The other thing is you want to set time and organize time for business and time for
and
work,
time for relaxation.
And relaxation.
So yes, your life, you have your work, you have your family, you have your whatever. I mean, all these different portions of your life. We all know stress comes when you don't feel like you've completed your task. My son always calls it task completion. Everything is about task completion. If you want to relax, but you did not do what you were supposed to do when you were at work or wherever you were, it weighs heavy on your head.
Yep.
Yes. So if you want to rest when you're resting and work when you're working and play when you're playing, then do it full out. Organize yourself so that you get the portions of those things done in their time frame so that you can feel like you've accomplished something and you deserve to relax. I swear I didn't relax for 20 years because I always felt like there was something else I was supposed to be doing, so I couldn't sit down and enjoy that television show, or I couldn't sit down and read my book because I felt like I didn't deserve it because I didn't finish what I was supposed to have done.
Right, and that goes along too. If you have your own business or you're working from home, you need to set aside those times that these are work hours and then these are family hours, and try not to intermix those, because that's when a lot of stress comes between family and spouses and things like that as well.
Especially when you work from home.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, people go so far as to put it in their day planner. Now that sounds crazy, or their calendar, but if you really set aside blocks of time for both of those things, it will make you more efficient in both areas.
And if your family knows that these are work hours and you're going to be in your office at that time, then they know not to interrupt you. You can get things done a little faster, and then your full attention will be on them later.
Correct. Absolutely. There was something that reminded. You were going to say something. Go ahead, because that reminded me of something as well.
I wasn't.
What were you? But yeah, setting aside those times are very, very important so that you can be present in whatever you are doing.
Yes. Going back to our talk last week is being present.
Yeah, being present. And you're not present if your mind's on I know what I was thinking about. Yeah, number one, if your mind is on all these different things, you're never present in one. People used to think the best people to do things were multitaskers. And they found out that no, actually multitasking, you never really complete anything for the most part. So it's better to focus on one thing at a time. And that goes with, when we're talking about trying to organize your time so that you have your set time for relaxation, your set time for your family, your set time for working. Reduce the amount of things you have to do. I mean, simplification is really the key to reducing, I was going to say clutter. I was going to say stress and clutter at the same time.
Stress clutter.
Stress clutter. There's a new word, slutter. I don't know. That might be an old word. But anyway, if you reduce the amount of things, I mean, really look at your life and find out, is everything you're doing important? Yeah. If it's not important, get rid of it. And then don't waste your time on that thing. You might be wasting so much time on something that really does not matter at all. And people talk about, like, cleaning your house. If you don't enjoy and love, and it isn't a zen thing for you to clean your house, work a couple extra hours and hire somebody, and then use that time to relax with your family that you would have been stressing out cleaning your house or cutting your grass. Some people love to cut their grass. My husband loves to cut his grass. I would never take that task or ask him to take that task away.
Yeah, that's why I have two boys.
Yes, they cut the grass. My husband likes to cut the grass, so that's fine. But if he didn't, and he found it a chore, and it was something that was always weighing on his mind, then hire somebody to do it, and find another way to make that extra money that is required to do that, so that he could be present with us when he, instead of complaining about cutting the grass.
Right.
No, that never happens at our house. So I think I don't know if anybody else has any ideas. That's great. I think we touched on, stuff that we need.
Well,
I
the
know
last thing is
need
you have to follow your plan.
Yes.
What do they say? I don't know. There's that quote about the best laid plans.
Oh, I don't know,
Something.
mice and men or something. No.
I don't know. Anyway.
God laughs at you when you make a plan. There's a couple ones. We can
There's a
mush
couple.
them all together. The God of mice and men laughs.
But if you set up a plan, follow it. Put it into action and follow it, and you'll see a lot of results. You'll have a lot of less stress, and
it's worth it. And I got to get back to it. So, keep me on top of that, guys.
Absolutely.
All righty. Have a great day. We'll see you next Friday.
bye.